Day number 1, filming with Point Break, a new movie coming out, and we're in beautiful Moa, which is actually one of my favorite places. We're doing a lot of stunts. The stunt we're doing here is base jumping, so we got our friend Marshall Miller and his crew that are gonna be doing all the stunt work for this particular trick. Point Break, it's all about all these crazy kind of extreme sports stunts. Right now we're actually at the landing zone for the helicopter, so to get to the destination, which is the top of that, we have a helicopter that's gonna come pick up the crew, take us up there.
This is a scary little cliff. Spicy is the word we're gonna use. These are all short little cliffs we jump off of. Really need to get the wingsuit flying quickly before we come up on the talus. When it comes to wingsuiting, especially here in Moab, we call this mini golf of the world. So the cliffs are small, the overall flights are small. When we come out here, we really only have, you know, a few people in the world that are capable of successfully and really, you know, doing these jumps over and over. So we brought extremely talented athletes on this particular shoot. Safety first, and we're going to talk through a lot of the options and make sure that we're all on the same page.
This is the exit point, is what they call it, base jumping. That's where they're going to be jumping from. So we're just making sure everything's super safe and kosher. We're coordinating with the people all the way at the bottom with walkie-talkies, plus the actual helicopter pilot. So there's a lot of different factors going in to make this happen.
We are setting up GoPros because these guys are only doing one jump, and so we want to make sure we get all the angles possible.
It's expensive to do base jumping or wingsuiting because they're putting their lives on the line. These are professionals, but it does come at a price. So we only have enough budget to do one jump, so we're gonna get it right.
If we all jump off and open parachutes at the same time, there's a really good chance that 2 parachutes could open facing each other. And you can imagine the concern that would be for us. 3 people off of a cliff this tall is considered spicy. We typically don't do this for fun, but this is Point Break, you know, we're gonna make it rad.
I have people jump off cliffs for a living. Okay, drone is set, everyone get ready. I'm gonna say drone moving. Kylie, she actually had a stunt double that was a guy. We have 2 different locations, 3 or 4 hours away from each other. Completely different locations, but we're gonna kind of make it look like it's the same location just through fancy editing. And the way we're gonna fake this cut is we're gonna be riding the motorcycle, put it down, completely different location, then we're gonna cut to the cop car so that our audience is not gonna be thinking from that transition to this transition. We're rushing against the sun, which is always a cinematographer's nightmare. It is winter time, so golden hour lasts a little bit longer, but when it ends fast.
It's like 19 degrees. It's stupid cold, and I'm in flip-flops. We're burying people alive in the desert. Out here driving around, there are a whole bunch of really big divots. If the Jeep hits it going too fast, it can throw it kind of wobbly and out of control. And so we're out here just filling the divots, making sure that Charlie and Matt have a nice smooth ride when they come flying by.
I'm about to drop down a wall, probably a 15-foot wall.
That is scary. So we're filming the famous camp scene from our video. We have all of our friends that are in all of our other videos creating in the crew. We just did 3 rehearsals just with the motorcycles going half speed. We did 1 full speed, and now we're gonna do the real thing with all cars and all people going at the same time. So there's a lot of moving parts just to get a scene that only lasts like 10 seconds in the video. And this is roughly gonna take from beginning to end about 3 hours of shooting, and it only shows up 10 seconds on film. So much goes into this.
Me and Nick climbed all the way up here to get a shot, and apparently it's supposed to be the best shot. So we got up here, we're really tired. We got 1 shot out of the way, and as soon as they jumped, the sun went away, which got really cloudy. And then craft service should show up, so we gotta go eat lunch and come all the way back up.
The weather is awful right now. It's a windstorm now, and we're only halfway through shooting. It's super fast winds, super hard to fly a drone. The stunt we were filming, we're waiting for the sun, and we broke for lunch because of so many clouds, and now it's so windy and they can't perform the big stunts. But at least we got a couple shots. They're not perfect, but they're good enough to sell what we wanted to do. We're all about story right now, so we're making sure we capture the story elements of this. This is different than our typical videos where there's a lot of montage. We're definitely telling a story, and that's what I love to do. Here I am with Preston, Gavin, Kylie, and Colton, and they are some of the best extreme motorcycle athletes. They're the best I've ever worked with. They're actually all professionals, so we were grateful enough to get to work with some of the best athletes for this video as far as base jumpers, wingsuiters, and motorcycle people. They're trying to do all these gnarly tricks. The problem is with the wind blowing this far, it's blowing their bikes and it gets too dangerous. Everything we're doing, we're trying to be as safe and as cautious and as respectful as possible, so we don't take anyone out in a wheelchair or anything else. We're just kind of seeing how far we can push it while still being safe. How fast is this wind? 40 miles per hour? 40-mile-per-hour wind, and then we have Mark flying the drone, so nothing is ideal about this shoot. but we're making it work. And I feel the best filmmakers are those that can work under any circumstance and make a story regardless of what circumstance they're thrown in. Here we are with Kylie, the woman herself. She was one of our athletes for all the motorcycle scenes, and she tears it up. The first day we got to this location, it was basically just a day to practice for our motorcycle athletes, and she was going higher than the guys. So seriously, she was killing it.
I started riding when I was 6, and then I started racing when I was 10.
We love featuring girls in our videos, especially in things that aren't so female dominated, so we're super excited that we got Kylie to be a part of the story. And actually for the movie in Point Break, it has a dominant female as well as far as part of the story, so we wanted to make sure to include that to have a connection with the movie itself. So that's a wrap for our second day of filming, but day 3 as far as production goes. But we are super stoked that we got to work with Warner Brothers to promote the new film Point Break, which is all kind of like extreme action mixed with heist and crime and all this really cool intense stuff. Check it out, it comes out Christmas Day, so if you're not unwrapping presents, go see the movie. And if you're wrapping presents, still go see the movie. We actually got to see a pre-screening of the movie a month in advance, just so we knew how the movie works, just so we can kind of base the characters off of what we were creating here. Here we are with Carter and Seth. Tell us what you guys did to make this happen so fast. Because when you're working with like Warner Brothers and all these other people, it's really hard to pull something off so fast, do it legally, and have everything as far as no red tape. So what happened?
Delegate. Key is to delegate. You saw the awesome helmets? That was this dude. Spent all night the day before the shoot.
Sometimes concepts get approved and then timelines don't work out with those concepts. So you have to be willing to change and
we went
adapt,
through so many
evolve, and adapt
concepts. The original concept, we're not going to tell you what it is because it's an amazing idea. But it got approved, but then we couldn't pull it off legally. The day of shooting, the concept was still changing because of things getting approved with helicopters and other things. So many things are constantly changing.
My job was to make sure that everything else got done. So I didn't personally do anything. I just made sure.
Ain't that the truth?
I just made sure everybody else did their job, and they did it, and I love them for it because they made this shoot happen.
What Carter means to say is he did pretty much everything. He aligned everything, organized this entire thing, and if it wasn't for his amazing skills, none of this would have happened.
Super thanks to this guy, Matt Spencer. This Jeep, this awesome Brad Jeep was our FBI car. He was nice enough to let us use it.
So Charlie, this is our 7th project. Did you know that? Is it really 7? It's our 7th project that we've worked together. Charlie is our stunt coordinator, action choreographer, and everything, actor as well, stuntman. So Charlie's phenomenal with everything that he's doing. You're all wonderful, and we really are thankful for all you guys. So many people came together to make this happen, and especially super thanks to Warner Brothers for trusting us with this amazing brand as far as Point Break, which you need to check out December 25th. And this is a video to promote that, so we're super stoked that we got to work with them to promote such a rad movie. And check them out, and as we always say, over and out.